You know, in the pretty high stakes world of UK financial regulation, there are very few things that get your attention faster than a notification from the Financial Conduct Authority. We're compliance consultants, and we're going to break down how you can move from that feeling of reactive panic to a state of professional readiness. Okay, let's get right into it.
Just picture it for a second. The email lands in your inbox, or maybe a formal letter arrives. The subject line says FCA. So what happens next at your firm? Not tomorrow, but in that very next hour. Honestly, how you answer that question is what separates the firms that are truly prepared from those that are deeply vulnerable.
Because let's be honest, for most firms, what happens next is a scramble. It's this chaotic, stressful, and really inefficient rush to get the house in order. But you have to ask, why is that so common? It's just a simple truth, really. A firm can spend thousands, maybe even millions on all these sophisticated compliance frameworks, but that investment often just stops. It stops short of actually preparing for how those frameworks will hold up under the intense pressure of regulatory scrutiny. So it's really crucial to understand where this scramble comes from. First off, there's what we call the preparation gap. See, having policies is one thing, but being ready to defend them is something else entirely. Second, you get nervous senior managers. An SMF holder who can't confidently explain their decisions and responsibilities under pressure, that is a huge red flag for the regulator. And finally, disorganized documentation. You know, policies with last year's review date or training records you just can't seem to find. These are the kinds of avoidable mistakes that can instantly damage your credibility. But what if there was a different way? A structured, methodical approach that replaces all that chaos with a sense of calm and confidence. Well, that's exactly what our playbook is designed to do. The best way to think about it is as your single source of truth. It's a complete framework that covers everything, from that initial information request all the way through to a full-on on-site visit. The goal here isn't just to survive an inspection, it's to manage it with real professional assurance. Now, what's so great about this is just how practical it is. Let's take a look inside. It starts with a strategic assessment to find your gaps before the FCA does. Then it moves to a super comprehensive checklist, so absolutely nothing gets missed. We've got a full guide for interview prep because, let's face it, that's where visits are often won or lost. There's even a protocol for a document war room to get all your evidence organized. And finally, a tracker for any post-visit actions to make sure you follow through professionally. And this gives you a really good visual of that complete 360-degree approach. It's not just about finding a few documents. It's about strategy. It's about preparing your people. It's about the actual on-site logistics. And crucially, it's about what you do after the regulator leaves. We've got every single angle covered. We've built this playbook specifically for the people who are on the front line of this. It's designed to empower compliance officers to lead the process with confidence. It gives senior managers the tools they need to prepare for those tough questions. And it provides structure for MLROs, risk managers, and company secretaries so they can ensure their areas are completely visit-ready. Now look, a tool like this is only as good as the expertise behind it. So let's talk about the regulatory authority this playbook is built on, because this isn't based on guesswork. It's grounded in deep, real-world experience. It comes from us, Compliance Consultant, a firm many know as the Compliance Doctor. We are specialist UK FCA regulatory consultants, and we are completely focused on making compliance work through things like governance reviews, expert audits, and building robust risk management. And the playbook itself? It's literally built by referencing the regulator's own rulebook. We're talking about the FCA's official approach to supervision, the legal basis for information requests under the Financial Services and Markets Act, that's FSMA, the rules on systems and controls in SISC, responsibilities under the Senior Managers and Certification Regime, or SMCR, the new consumer duty, and of course that fundamental obligation of Principle 11 to be open and cooperative. This is absolutely professional-grade material. So this all brings us to a crucial choice that every single regulated firm has to make. You can either wait for that call and just hope for the best, or you can decide right now to be ready. And just look at the difference here. The scrambling state is reactive, it's disorganized, it's anxious, and it leaves your firm incredibly vulnerable. The ready state, on the other hand, is proactive, it's structured, it's confident, and it's prepared. Trust me, that difference isn't just procedural, it's cultural, and the FCA can spot it a mile away. This is the key insight right here. The very best firms, the ones that handle these visits well, they don't just prepare for a specific visit, they prepare for the eventuality of scrutiny. It's like building muscle memory.
They know where everything is, their leaders are briefed, and they've already thought through all the likely questions. And that really is the ultimate promise of this playbook. It gives you that advantage. It allows you to build that institutional readiness long before the clock is ticking and the pressure is really on. So I'm just going to leave you with this one final thought. That call or that email from the regulator, it's not a question of if, it's a question of when. So when it happens, will your firm be scrambling or will you be ready?
If you want to be ready, we are absolutely here to help. Get in touch with us at Compliance Consultant, home of the Compliance Doctor. You can call us on 800-689-0190 or book a discovery call using the link right there on your screen. We really look forward to helping you prepare with confidence. Thanks for watching.